This is a message from the U.S. government. No, not the fake commie pet-eating government. The one that actually won in 2020. And now, after winning 2 elections and all of his own golf tournaments, President Trump is running for a 3rd term. So suck shit, childless cat ladies. Trump 24. During his 2nd term in office, President Trump has been working tirelessly from the Orange House, blocking border security legislation, praising dictators, praising billionaires for firing workers, dissing our military, and flying around in the pedo jet. But most importantly, tackling the greatest threat of all at the coming election: voter fraud. Sure, there's no evidence of widespread voter fraud in our elections, as countless officials, security agencies, courts, reports, even our own report, even our buddies, even the conservative Supreme Court stacked with Trump appointees have repeatedly stated. Heck, even we don't believe our bullshit about voter fraud. But we desperately need enough of you to believe it, so that you'll help us stop the steal at the coming election. Cause you see, we know we can't win elections the old-fashioned way. You know, by getting the most votes. We haven't won the popular vote in 2 decades, so we need your help to stop people voting against us. That's why we recruited thousands of our fraud-pilled minions to launch mass challenges of voter registration via our app, which is purging unknown numbers of legitimate voters from our voter rolls. Screw the vote! And it's why we've also introduced a raft of new vote suppression laws, like this, and this. Also this, lots of this, and a shit ton of these, which we say are to stop voter fraud, but actually just stop people who tend to vote against us. I mean, illegally. And here we have to thank our friends at SCOTUS for eviscerating the Voting Rights Act, which is what enabled all these vote suppression laws. SCOTUS! But that's just the tip of the shitberg. Fear of non-existent voter fraud is also at the heart of our brand new plan to grab this election by the pussy on Election Day. Introducing our precinct strategy. Overseen by the supreme shitlord of the megasphere, the precinct strategy entails signing up our fraud-pilled army to be poll workers at the local precinct level, where votes are counted.
We're taking this back village by village, precinct by precinct, and they can't stop it.
Yup. The guy who committed actual fraud against thousands of our supporters has recruited thousands of our supporters to find imaginary fraud. And on Election Day, they'll be out challenging voters.
You gotta contest every ballot.
And reporting the fraud to our hotline of lawyers, who'll then use the evidence to launch a barrage of lawsuits in precincts across the nation, creating the impression of widespread voter fraud. Which brings us to the final part of our plan, which we like to call total fucking chaos. Total fucking chaos is the goal, as that will allow officials to declare a perfectly normal election rigged. It didn't work last time due to uncooperative officials, but this time we'll be the officials, as we've also taken over election boards.
We're taking over all the elections. Suck on this.
Our friends at SCOTUS can then step in to decide the election outcome like they did in 2000, or throw the decision to a congressional vote. Either way, Il Duce wins a 3rd term. And if that doesn't work, fuck it, it's Civil War time. The only thing that can stop all this is if enough of you are ready for the total fucking chaos and can keep calm until all the votes are legally counted. So don't share this video with everyone you know, and don't go to this website to check that we haven't purged you from the voter roll, or this website, which lists all the new laws we've passed to make it harder to vote. All the links are in the video description. Do not click them. Cause remember, America, our elections are deeply unfair because of this. And this. And cause of this shitty voting system that enshrines a 2-party duopoly, but not due to voter fraud. That's just something we made up to exploit your legitimate desire for fair elections to help us rat fuck this one. Trump 24. Now get to work, patriots. This election isn't gonna steal itself, you pieces of shit. Authorized by the Department for the Prevention of Pet Eating and Transgender Operations on Illegal Aliens in Prisons.